Welcome back to our channel, where learning meets excitement. The next important topic is the salient features of the Indian Constitution as it stands today. 1. Lengthiest written constitution. Originally, the Constitution contained a preamble, 395 articles, divided into 22 parts, and 8 schedules. Presently, it consists of a preamble, about 448 articles, divided into 25 parts, and 12 schedules. 2. Drawn from various sources. The Constitution of India has borrowed most of its provisions from the constitutions of various other countries, as well as from the Government of India Act of 1935. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar proudly acclaimed that the Constitution of India has been framed after ransacking all the known constitutions of the world. 3. Blend of rigidity and flexibility. A rigid constitution is one that requires a special procedure for its amendment. For example, the American Constitution. A flexible constitution, on the other hand, is one that can be amended in the same manner as the ordinary laws are made. For example, the British Constitution. The Constitution of India is neither rigid nor flexible, but a synthesis of both. 4. Quasi-federal. The Constitution of India establishes a federal system of government. It contains all the usual features of a federation. However, the Indian Constitution also contains a large number of unitary or non-federal features. Moreover, the term federation has nowhere been used in the Constitution. Hence, the Indian Constitution has been variously described as federal in form but unitary in spirit. That is quasi-federal. 5. Parliamentary form of government. The Constitution of India has opted for the British parliamentary system of government, which is based on the principle of cooperation and coordination between the legislative and executive organs. 6. Synthesis of parliamentary sovereignty and judicial supremacy. The doctrine of sovereignty of Parliament is associated with the British Parliament, while the principle of judicial supremacy with that of the American Supreme Court. Therefore, the framers of the Indian Constitution have preferred a proper synthesis between the British principle of parliamentary sovereignty and the American principle of judicial supremacy. 7. Integrated and independent judiciary. The Supreme Court stands at the top of the integrated judicial system in the country. The Supreme Court is a federal court, the highest court of appeal, the guarantor of the fundamental rights of the citizens and the guardian of the Constitution. Hence, the Constitution has made various provisions to ensure its independence. 8. Fundamental rights. The fundamental rights are meant for promoting the idea of political democracy. They operate as limitations on the tyranny of the executive and arbitrary laws of the legislature. However, the fundamental rights are not absolute and subject to reasonable restrictions. Further, they are not sacrosanct and can be curtailed or repealed by the Parliament. 9. Directive principles of state policy. The directive principles are meant for promoting the ideal of social and economic democracy. They can be classified into 3 broad categories: socialistic, Gandhian and liberal intellectual. They seek to establish a welfare state in India. 10. Fundamental duties. The fundamental duties serve as a reminder to citizens that while enjoying their rights, they have also to be quite conscious of duties they owe to their country, their society and to their fellow citizens. 11. A secular state. The Constitution of India does not uphold any particular religion as the official religion of the Indian state. It embodies the positive concept of secularism, that is giving equal respect to all religions or protecting all religions equally. 12. Universal adult franchise. Universal adult franchise makes democracy broad-based, enhances the self-respect and prestige of the common people, upholds the principle of equality, enables minorities to protect their interests and opens up new hopes and vistas for weaker sections. 13. Single citizenship. Though the Indian Constitution is federal and envisages a dual polity, center and states, it provides for only a single citizenship, that is, the Indian citizenship. 14. Independent bodies. The Indian Constitution not only provides for the legislative, executive and judicial organs of the government at center and state level but also establishes certain independent bodies. They are envisaged by the Constitution as the bulk works of the democratic system of government in India. 15. Emergency provisions. The Indian Constitution contains elaborate emergency provisions to enable the President to meet any extraordinary situation effectively. The rationality behind the incorporation of these provisions is to safeguard the sovereignty, unity, integrity and security of the country, the democratic political system and the Constitution. 16. Three-tier government. Originally, the Indian constitution, like any other federal constitution, provided for a dual polity and contained provisions with regard to the organization and powers of the center and the states. Later, the 73rd and 74th Constitutional Amendment Acts have added a third tier of government, that is, local, which is not found in any other constitution of the world. 17. Cooperative societies. The Indian Constitution gave a constitutional status and protection to cooperative societies. It made the right to form cooperative societies a fundamental right. It included a new directive principle of state policy on promotion of cooperative societies. It added a new Part 9b in the Constitution which is entitled as the Cooperative Societies. Thank you for joining us today. Be sure to like and share this video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more enlightening content. Until next time, stay curious and keep learning.